Hi guys, welcome to another weekly author vlog. It is Tuesday, so I'm starting a little bit late since I posted the video late. Just like last vlog was an extended vlog, and this one maybe will be a shorter vlog. But NaNoWriMo starts this weekend, I think, on Sunday. Yeah, hopefully I'm going to be getting a lot more done this week, and then there might be a smidge of NaNoWriMo at the end of this vlog, so we'll see. But I just tested out my GoPro. I've been wanting to get my GoPro from storage for a while to see if it would be better for vlogs, and I just tested it out and I wasn't that impressed with it. Because I would want to film it in the linear setting, and it just doesn't, it distorts the image to me, putting it in linear, so I wasn't that impressed with it. Maybe I'll take a couple clips and see if when I'm editing the video if it looks better rather than like on the tiny screen. So we'll see about that. Maybe there might be some GoPro footage in here, just vlogging with the GoPro, I guess. So Isla just woke up from her nap. I'm about to get us some lunch. By the way, if you hear pitter patter, that is the rain. That's how it sounds in an RV. But while she was napping, I was able to work a little bit more on the paperback formatting, and I got almost, like, I think about 75% of the way through with the book, putting the like break images in, like the chapter break images in there, and then the chapter heading images, and kind of making sure everything formatting wise looks good as a general pass. And then I'll do like, I'll probably convert it to a PDF or export it to a PDF and then check page by page. I don't know, last night I had a really weird headache. I basically talked myself into going back to the doctor to get some more definitive answers on my joint pain, and then maybe get some more answers. I feel like I've been having some other stuff going on, maybe like neurological. I had a weird sensory migraine. Oh, I have the TENS unit still on. It's like, what is that? Like, I had a sensory migraine about a month ago, where I had like traveling numbness, and then last night I had a weird, it felt like my eye was gonna just pop out. I've had plenty of migraines, but for some reason it didn't feel like a migraine. It felt like I could feel my optic nerve, and my optic nerve hurt. So I know that's really weird. But that was last night. I feel like I barely slept at all because I tried to take Tylenol for it and it didn't seem to help. I fell asleep for a little bit, but then she woke up, and then after she woke up I couldn't get back to sleep because it was hurting again. So, but I didn't want to take Tylenol again. I hate taking any pain medication. Tylenol's bad for your liver, Motrin's bad for your stomach. I feel like things are adding up a little bit, and that I need to actually go to the doctor and address those other things. It doesn't help I WebMD'd my symptoms. You know how that goes. I am glad I got to work a little bit. She didn't nap as long. I was hoping I would be able to finish my formatting while she was napping today, but yeah, I kind of want to work on it tonight, but like I said, last night I had a headache, and I don't know if that was kind of from the screen, because I did work a little bit last night too. Have blue light blocking glasses somewhere. I don't know where they went in the move, so I don't know if it was that. I am excited though. I'm waiting to use that keyboard. Editing that footage, I was like, I see that keyboard every day, and I just want to like test it out and start actually using it. But I'm forcing myself to wait until NaNoWriMo so I can, like, stuff like that just kind of motivates me and, you know, makes me excited about writing, is when I, you know, get a new keyboard, something cool. Anyway, I'm totally rambling. Just wanted to do an intro for this week's vlog, and I will probably update you again tomorrow, more than likely. Hi guys, Isla has a show going on in the background, so I'm going to try to talk this entire time so I don't get any issues with YouTube. But the hurricane, there's another hurricane that's coming close to us. It's not hitting us, but we are going to evacuate to my parents' house. Evacuate. We're not really evacuating, we're just riding out the storm at my parents' house. It shouldn't be too bad, but we live in an RV and we have the option to, so I figured why not. Let's just take a trip over to my parents' house. We'll spend the night there. Closing that to see if that helps a little bit. Not really. So bring my husband's laptop. I need a new laptop, but we're waiting until Black Friday to see what deals there are this year before I get a new laptop. So I'm bringing his laptop so I can work. And I transferred everything. I'm almost done with the paperback formatting. There's just a few things I need to, like I need to add page numbers and go page by page and make sure everything looks good and is okay. And then once I'm done with the paperback formatting, which I plan to finish today, then I can, so tonight I'm gonna finish paperback formatting and try to upload it. And then tomorrow, which is Thursday, I'm gonna start on the outline. which I'm gonna try to. Isla doesn't sleep at my parents' house. She doesn't nap there. I'm gonna pack up. It would be nice if we could just drive our whole rig over to my parents' house because of the amount of stuff I'm gonna have to pack, but I'm dreading it. I hate packing for trips, especially when you have a little kid. It feels like you're like, oh, I need this, oh, I need that, oh, we need snacks, oh, we gotta do this, oh, I need our bath stuff. All to be safe though, so better safe than sorry. Her show stopped. I just put a show on for her so I could pack. Okay, I'll update later. Hi guys, so I haven't really updated that much this week. We've kind of just been having a lot of little things going on. We had some appointments that we were going to. I finally made a joint appointment, another one, to check out my joints. But today is October 31st, which means tomorrow NaNoWriMo starts. And yesterday I had a moment where I was like, I'm not prepared for this at all. Like, I had like a one-line summary sort of what I wanted for subsequent books in this series, but it's just not enough. And it doesn't really, I kind of don't really like where I was sort of planning to go, at least with the third book. So yeah, yesterday I was like, I have no idea where this story is going to go, which is so weird because ever since I made the first book, or ever since I started brainstorming the first book, I had an idea of where I wanted the second book to go. And then while I was writing the first book, it became more concrete of where the second book was going to go. But I wrote the second book and I didn't really have that moment of like where it's going to go afterward. So yeah, yesterday I was like, oh my gosh, I just don't even know where the story's gonna go. I wanted to tell you guys how I'm kind of working through that to see if it helps you, or see if it helps you with any ideas. Hopefully you're not in the same boat as me in that you're feeling totally unprepared for NaNoWriMo. But yeah, it starts tomorrow and I have really I haven't done the scenes, I haven't outlined. So I feel like unfortunately I'm gonna have to spend some of NaNoWriMo doing that. Here's what I'm doing to sort of brainstorm ideas for the series. And I've talked about this in some of my videos, but what I like to do is ask questions. So I was doing it on my phone because I was at an appointment yesterday and I was doing it, while I was waiting. So I pretty much just ask questions like, okay, so my main characters, or like I list the characters and then I list out what they did in the second book. Okay, well, where can they go with that in the third book? And it's kind of like mind mapping. Is it mind mapping? Where you kind of, do like little circles and do here. I think Scrivener Scalpel, maybe that's what it's called. They have something that you can do that with, and I was kind of toying with the idea of trying that out. I've never tried that program, but I pretty much just do it in a list, like in a Word document. So I like use the tab, I do it like in a bulleted list, and then I just tab over, when I'm kind of going farther into one idea, and then I'll go on to the next idea. So that's pretty much what I'm doing, and I have a better idea of where things are gonna go. It's nothing like where I was gonna take it before, which is interesting. It's kind of like there's so many choices at this point. It's paralyzing because you don't feel confident in which one's going to be the best for the story, or if you're gonna like write yourself into a corner with like another book in the series. And then I feel like you want to tie threads in from the first book and the second book, and I feel like I did that well with the second book. I tied in some threads and things that I mentioned in the first book that became bigger in the second book, but I don't know what other little things I can do that with. So it's kind of just like that writer self-doubt, like almost, I guess, paralyzing thing where you're like, oh my gosh, like, do I remember how to write a book? I know I just started writing a book this year, or I finished TEP 2 this year, so I've recently written, but it just feels so long since I've started from fresh, outlined a book. That was like 3 years ago that I started outlining TEP 2, so it's been a while, and I feel like I'm out of practice with this stage, at least, of being familiar with like, oh my god, what do I do with this story? Where do I take it? So I just need to brainstorm, and I wanted to show you guys what my actual Word document that I'm using to brainstorm that with. It's on Google Docs, but I can't because there's going to be a bunch of spoilers in it, unfortunately. So, but it's literally just a bunch of questions. Like Abby, like, okay, well, what is she doing? Now that she has this, how is she going to use it? And I kind of like answer my own questions. I will type those questions out. So I can kind of like, you know, as I start brainstorming something else, I can go back and read those questions, and then in a different frame of mind, it might spark another idea, if that makes sense. So at the moment, I'll try to answer it. If I can't, then I'll go back to it, and it's kind of like I'll just bounce around different ideas to see what I need to do. Also, something I'm trying to figure out with the third book is if I want to keep it to 2 point of views. That's what I did for the first book and the second book, but it's kind of, you know, the first, Abby was a point of view in both books. Then Ben was her brother in the first book, and then Theo is like a champion. He's like in their group of friends, is followed in the second book. So that's 3 people. And then in the third book, sorry, I'm gonna add a 4th point of view. But the first and second book have only been following 2 at a time, if that makes sense. So I don't know if I should branch out to having 3 different points of view in the third book, which might make it longer. I already struggle with kind of like how long my books are because they're 2 point of views. So yeah, there's just, I feel like a lot of questions that I need to answer and figure out, and it starts tomorrow, so I'm feeling a little panicky about it. But today is Halloween, so I am trying to be festive with the family. We had pumpkin pancakes this morning with bacon and eggs, and then we're gonna go to a pumpkin patch in a little bit. So even though I feel like I'm panicking about that, I'm gonna work while Isla naps. I'll hopefully feel a little bit better, and then just do some fall stuff before October wraps up, because I didn't get to do any of that. I love doing stuff like that, and I didn't get to do any during the month. So today is our last day to do it. And then NaNoWriMo starts tomorrow, which is totally crazy. Oh, and I'm almost done with the paperback formatting for the Elysian Prophecy, like redoing that. So I just have to put it on my computer because the fonts didn't, of course, they didn't want to load on the other computer I was using. So I just need to verify everything, export it to PDF, and then upload it, and I should be done with that. So I'm probably gonna do that first and then jump back into brainstorming and outlining. And I can't find my copy of The Anatomy of Story anywhere. That's kind of like my outlining Bible, and I can't find it. I don't know where it went, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that, because that seriously is my Bible. I need that for my outline. I pretty much use that and then a couple other methods that I've sort of created my own outlining method, if that makes sense, but it's based off of The Anatomy of Story, and I can't find my copy anywhere, of course. All right, I will update you hopefully soon. It is like perfect weather outside. I think it's gonna be like 74 or something today. My battery died. But it's perfect weather today, so I'm hoping to get like a couple clips or something, some cute pictures of Isla at the pumpkin patch, and then hopefully enjoy the weather a little bit more. My niece is in town, so I'm gonna make some pumpkin like cupcakes with her. We just went on a walk outside to enjoy the weather, wear the dogs out a little bit before we go to the pumpkin patch, because we're gonna leave them here, and they've been bad. They've just been bad every time we leave the rig. But yeah, I'm just sad that October is pretty much done. And I got 2 of the big things that I wanted to get done for the month of October, and I'm kind of working on that 3rd and 4th one, which was the series outline and the Type 3 outline. So I'm feeling pretty good about the month. I just wanted to obviously finish the Type 3 outline because I'm supposed to start writing tomorrow. So I'm probably just gonna take the time, finish outlining. Not gonna be writing probably for the first, I'm hoping 3 or 4 days is all it takes me to flesh out this outline. But I have to be flexible because that also depends on Isla, and seems to be, I think she's literally cutting all of her little incisors, not incisors, her little like the canine teeth. She's cutting all of those at the same time. And she has an appointment on Monday and on Tuesday, so I feel like those 2 things are gonna sort of eat up some of the time that I can even work. So the beginning of NaNoWriMo is looking a little rocky for me, but I'm gonna continue doing writing vlogs. They actually are gonna be writing vlogs now, like author vlogs, during the month of November, so you guys can follow along with how NaNoWriMo is going for me. And I am going to seriously try to push as much as I can to write 50,000 words, not just for like, oh, it would be fun to do that for NaNoWriMo, hold myself accountable, do 50,000 words. It's kind of like I need to do that. Like I have to fast draft because, drafting is my favorite part, so it kind of sucks that I have to speed through that part, but I have to sort of push myself because otherwise it's gonna take me, it just takes me forever to try to write a book without making the time, if that makes sense. All right, so I'm gonna try to put this baby down for a nap, get some work done, and hopefully I have some good news later with how the brainstorming and outlining is going. Hi guys, so I wanted to close out this vlog. Here, I am not editing this video yet, but I honestly don't know when I'm going to because today is November 1st, which means NaNoWriMo has started, and unfortunately I don't have anything positive to report. Well, that sounds very negative. I mean, I wish I could report more positive things, I guess, about yesterday and kind of outlining and where I got, but I didn't get too far. Today I worked for about 20 minutes trying to flesh out the outline just a little bit more. I worked on the paperback formatting last night and it has just been a nightmare for some reason. It wasn't this hard the first time, but I kind of shot myself in the foot because I transferred the file to another computer and it had a different version of InDesign, and I can't update my computer yet because I'm on hotspot and it takes a million years. So I hope you can't hear the wind. So anyway, I feel like I am just like running around in circles with that because I did something on one computer and then I transferred it back to another and it converted and then it changed some stuff. Like it changed the spacing or the page size or something like that, but nothing in no setting that I can see. So it did something weird and it kind of makes me worry that some pages were deleted or something because I ended up having 7 blank pages at the end of the paperback like formatting that I didn't have before. So, and I didn't realize that until I went through the entire manuscript and checked for like those little, you know, straggler end of paragraphs at like the top of the page that you shouldn't have, I'm pretty sure. So unfortunately, I'm gonna have to do that again. And right now I'm just kind of like too frustrated with it. And I feel like I'm too stressed about NaNoWriMo to even finish that. So I'm gonna put the paperback formatting on hold and not worry about that right now. And if during November I can do it at some point, then great. It kind of like, I don't like that I went back to edit that book and then I haven't been able to, the ebook new version is up. It just doesn't match the paperback, so I still have to finish the paperback at some point. But I don't like the idea of people buying the paperback and then not having that updated version, if that makes sense, because I know it's better than that one. So it's getting a little toasty in here. I'm trying to do this, by the way, before Isla passes out with her nap. Because I'm driving over to my parents' house to leech off of their internet so I can actually get some, you know, get some outlining done. And I wanted to try that scalpel. I think that's what it's called. I wanted to try that, but I'm just not sure. I was debating trying Trello and outlining on Trello to sort of figure out where I'm going to take the series, because I have different ideas for different characters, but I don't know what book they should fall in. So I'm trying to like organize different layers, if that makes sense, and figure out what needs to go where. So I might just download Scrivener on my husband's laptop and make a new project so that I can maybe do like folders, like maybe scene cards with the characters that I am thinking of following, and then put them into folders, what book I think it's going to be, like the 3rd, the 4th, the 5th, if that makes any sense. So I was trying to figure out earlier how I can possibly organize that. You can hear her in the background, because right now I just have it in a Google Doc, just brainstorm, just a total big list, and it's unorganized and I don't like it. So but anyway, happy NaNoWriMo. I hope you guys had a great end to your October. I certainly had fun yesterday. It ended up being a great day. Isla had fun. She got to run around the pumpkin patch a little bit, and I pulled her in a wagon, and she is difficult to get pictures of where she's looking at the camera because she's a turkey. We're just talking to ourselves. Anyway, happy November 1st. I am going to continue these weekly vlogs during the month of NaNoWriMo. So this is like the kickoff, and I kind of feel a little peeved that I don't have like really good news to share with you guys of like, yes, I'm gonna be able to start writing today, because I'm not. I'm gonna have to finish this outline and figure out what I'm actually gonna write about before I can jump into writing and use my keyboard. I've still not used that keyboard yet, and it's killing me. Let me know if you're participating in NaNoWriMo down below, and just comment and, you know, make a writer feel good about herself, feel better about herself, because I know I'm not the only one that's not totally prepared for NaNoWriMo. And I feel like I woke up this morning stressed about it, and Isla did not sleep well last night at all. She was up for like 2.5 hours, which, by the way, daylight savings time ended last night, and that's the first time I've ever been awake for it. And I had a moment where, so I went in to put her back down at the first time, and it was like 1:40, and then I laid her down, she was still awake, she was still crying, and then I came back in, and then when I looked at my clock again, it said 1:20, and I was like, half asleep, like, oh, did I get the time wrong? What's wrong with my phone? Did I do something? Surely it wasn't 12:40 a minute ago. And then it took me a minute to realize, oh, this is the first time I've ever been awake when my phone, like, tick. I just time traveled, is what it felt like. I'm talking and I think she fell asleep in the back seat. Okay. All right, I'm gonna sign off and end it here. I will see you guys next week with another vlog. Bye.